Good morning, Mathletes and Film Majors. It's Wednesday, September 12th. I had a great time this weekend visiting Caitlin and seeing how a real school works. The kids there are much different than the type of people that we have at Caltech. Quinnipiac may be small compared to like state schools, but Caltech only has 900 students and we're all nerds. Let's hope that it won't take another year for me to visit Caitlin again. But what I want to talk about today is my dad's problems with technology. It is astounding to me how little he knows and can function with technology that was built after 1995. Sometimes he goes on these rants about how bad Microsoft Word is, and then he wishes he could just have his typewriter back. Oh, Dad. And it's really just my dad. My mom has a few problems. She'll call me every once in a while when I'm at school and ask me some question that you should be able to know by doing a basic Google search. But to be fair, I also get those kinds of stupid questions from my classmates, and we go to a school for technology. So I can't really blame her. I guess that just happens to everyone every once in a while. I know I've asked some stupid questions to Caitlin, but my dad is just on a whole nother level. If this is my mom up here asking stupid questions that she could find out on Google, and this is the penthouse, my dad's in like the 10th sub-basement. So I get home, and the first thing he wants me to do is download some pictures off of his camera. And I'm thinking, okay, you took some vacations this summer, let's look at these pictures. They're from 2 years ago when he first got the camera. He has not been able to download pictures in those entire 2 years that he's had this camera. It's a good thing he goes on vacation and takes like 10 pictures, because otherwise, I can't. But so I'm trying to explain how to put pictures on his computer, and I say, okay, this is the flash drive, let's stick it in the computer. He says, but where does it go? Well, Dad, it goes in the one that says SD card, but if you couldn't figure it out, we could just try all the holes and there's only one it would fit in. But so, okay, we've got the card in, the autoplay pops up and says, do you want to open this folder? And I say yes. And then he says, okay, now where should I put these pictures? Well, Dad, it's your computer, you can decide wherever you want to put them. Like in a folder? Yes, that is generally where we put things. Okay, and how do I open up a folder? How do you ever get anything done at work? So I have to go in and show him how to open up his My Pictures folder and then tell him to copy all these pictures over, and he's like, how do I copy? These are all basic computer functions. He's on the computer all the time. That's like his job. How do you do your work without understanding how to copy something? Or open up a folder? His work also just switched to Gmail, and you cannot even begin to understand the number of phone calls I've gotten about that. How do I switch to another account? What does important mean? Why would I star things? So this past Christmas, my dad got an iPad. I'm not really sure what he was planning to use it for exactly, but you can tell how much he actually has used it by the fact that it's still in the box. So at Christmas, he asks me to show him how to use the basic thing, and I, show him how to unlock it and open up apps and things. And I think at this point he has a pretty good grasp on the basic understandings. I was so wrong. Clearly, when I teach him things in the future, I need to see him do it himself to make sure he understands. Because I get home and he starts asking me all these questions. And they're not hard questions, they're basic usage questions. Oh, one time I went to a place and I couldn't figure out how to connect to the internet. Well, Father, you could go to the settings thing and see where it says Wi-Fi, or even simpler, you could open up Safari and it would say, do you want to connect to the internet? I just don't understand. The stupidest thing, though, that he has asked me is when using Safari on the iPad, he could not figure out how to change web pages. He would go up to the search bar and type in Yahoo, but instead of clicking under the suggestions or just hitting search, he would go down to the find on this page and click it. And of course he's not on Yahoo, so nowhere on the page does it say Yahoo. So basically he has been stuck on the same web page since I navigated there for him on Christmas. The worst part is, he was trying to get to another search engine. You're using a search engine to find another search engine. Just type whatever you were looking for. I'm pretty sure if you gave a monkey an iPad, it could figure out how to use it faster than my dad. It's like every time I come home, it's a new low, and he's asking me something even stupider than last time. So I'm gonna have to get him into a remedial program or something. I think what I need to do first is get him to stop calling me when he has these problems. I need to find him somebody else to be his go-to for these kind of questions. Kayla, let me know if you've ever gotten any really stupid questions like this from your parents. I hope for your sake you haven't, because every time I get into one of these very frustrating conversations, I feel like my head is about to explode. But for the Mathletes, I'm Susan. For the Mathletes, I'm Susan. For the Film Majors, Caitlin will be back on Friday. For everyone else, thanks for joining us.